Hello gamers, hello Rust players. This is Flux Reversal introducing you to my new Rust Village. You can get to my new Rust Village in my Discord, and that information is at fluxreversal.com. Click on the Discord link. After you get through the Discord onboarding, you should be presented with the welcome channel. If you don't see the welcome channel, it may be under server guide, under necessary information, or you can click on the server drop-down menu and select show all channels, and you definitely will be able to see the welcome channel then. The welcome channel has some important information for all people interacting with me and my community everywhere. The two most important things you need to know about are the rules and code of conduct. Common sense stuff has to be put in writing. And the other thing you want to know is the Rust Village. If you haven't already assigned yourself the Rust role through the Discord onboarding process, you can do so at the bottom of the welcome channel. You just click on the little reaction role and you will be presented with the Rust channel on the left-hand side. The Rust category. In the Rust category and the public channel, I have two voice channels. I have Business Time and Old School. These two channels have specific rules you need to be aware of. These channels are for users wanting a more calm Discord voice experience. Do not get too loud, rowdy, or obnoxious in these channels. This is your only warning. I encourage everybody to have fun and enjoy themselves and play Rust, express themselves, but sometimes people want a real calm, docile experience. And these are the two channels for that. Please respect the rules. If you join one of these channels wanting to talk to somebody in them, don't go in there all hooping and hollering. Respect the rules of the channel. Interact with whoever you're trying to interact with in a calm fashion in these channels, please. Once you have the Rust role in my Discord, you will have access to the Rust category. And within the Rust category is where the village resides. At first, you will only be able to see village info, Rust updates, Rust voice channels 1, 2, 3, and voice channel Old School. On the Welcome to Village info page, there is an apology for me for all the walls of text you must endure. The village is my group. I am its administrator. I do not run the village. The villagers run the village. The point of this village is to eventually run on its own without my involvement. In these early days of the village's incarnation, I will be doing a lot to make sure it runs according to my vision. This means a lot of changes on the fly and a lot of hands-on stuff. There's a link to the video you're watching now. The village appeal reasons why I think the village is appealing. Here in the village, we want all the advantages village life can provide as listed above. And here's the meat of it. Here's what you're looking for right here. The Rust Village exists within Flux Reversal's Discord community. In addition to the community code of conduct, the Rust Village is governed by a set of rules and a council. There are 3 levels of access in the Rust Village: Newman, Citizen, and Council. A villager's level of access is determined by their activity within the Rust category. And here's how it works. Discord users earn rank while in the Discord category, voice chat, and using its text chat. Only a villager's activity in the Rust category will earn them rank. No rank is earned while in the AFK channel, in the public category, muted, deafened, assigned the pause role, or assigned the demoted role. Your rank is determined mostly by voice activity. It's determined by your text activity and your activity in all the channels within the Rust category, but mostly it's determined by your voice activity. Rank is based upon user activity over the previous 91 days. Rank is not a set number or score, but a set percentages. By using percentages, the system can accommodate any number of users without being confined by a set number range. The top 15% of villagers are council, the next 40% are citizens, and the bottom 43% are Newman. And of course, these ranks are automatically assigned to you by the bot, not me. And this is all determined by your activity. Village rules. The Rust Village's mentality towards rule enforcement. No power tripping, no public humiliations, keep drama to a minimum. We do not want to intentionally embarrass, alienate, or ostracize anyone. Not every situation is the same. Dynamic and unique issues will occur that may require different kinds of solutions. Normally, though, a warning is all that is needed with no serious action taken against the offending villager. These are basic rules if you play Rust, common sense rules. And especially for a village. If you live in a village, this is common sense stuff, and some of these rules are specific to things that you may encounter in a village. Don't building block other villagers intentionally. And there's specifics about it here. Get familiar with it. Common sense stuff. Do not let your auto turrets or SAMs become a problem for other villagers. And there are specifics here about what to do and how to avoid that. Bases. Decayed bases in a village become a problem. Build according to your activity level. Don't be that guy that logs on the first day of Rust, builds a huge fucking monolith, and never comes back on. Do not become a repeat offender. Plan your bases according to your activity. I understand real life happens, and in that case, get with a fellow villager and work it out. In-game group. All online villagers should be in the same in-game group. Most Rust servers have increased the group limit size of the in-game group. Now, while it only shows 8 on your screen, normally it's larger than that. Don't be the guy always forgetting to pass group lead. The Rust Plus app makes it very easy to pass group lead. Don't be the asshole who doesn't want group lead. If you're the only other guy online, you're getting group lead as part of the responsibilities of being a villager. Reprimands. The punishment should fit the crime, as I keep saying. Reprimands are discussed and voted on in a village assembly session. You have demotions, banishments, and then summons. Summon is really a role that's just applied to a Newman who doesn't have access to the village assembly session, so they can have an opportunity to speak for themselves if they are involved in an incident. Power tripping. Villagers have access to village assembly forum and Discord. Only use it as intended. Council members violating the usage of their permissions get banished for a long time. No witch hunts. Don't abuse your ability to create incidents just to witch hunt somebody. Don't be creating votes without the requirements for the vote to take place. Villagers are expected to be neighborly and help if they can whenever PvP in the village area occurs. There's no point in living in a village if you're not going to help each other out. I know there may be times where you can't help or you don't have much to help with. Grab a fucking spear, get your naked ass out there, and be a fucking meat shield or something. At the bottom of the village info section, we have the paused role. Villagers not interested in moving up the ranks or that simply want to maintain a certain rank without moving up or down can do so by using the self-assignable pause role. You can manually pause and unpause gaining rank. And this is good if, for example, you're a citizen, you don't want to be council, but you don't want to drop to Newman. Use the pause role. You can pause your role so you don't go too high and kick it back on so you don't drop too low. Once you are citizen, you'll have access to the village assembly. The village assembly is simply a forum section in Discord. So we call the forum section in Discord the village assembly. And when you create a new post, we call that a village assembly session. The village assembly exists to make sure villagers are heard. Everyone has an opinion. Some go with the flow, while others like to have a say-so. Only citizens and council have access. The village assembly is the voice of the village. Majority rules. Each topic represents an ongoing village assembly session where village issues are resolved. There are different types of village assembly sessions. These are the tags that are required when you create a new session. The type of sessions or tags are represented by the bold gold words. We have notes, suggestions, archived, incident, votes, and wipe day. These are all topics that villagers will discuss regularly. Incidents are the big one. This is where we handle rule violators. And there are very specific instructions on how to create an incident. This is where rule violations are recorded and reported. Do not create an incident assembly session for innocent accidents. Remember, this is just a game. If it happens repeatedly and it's obvious someone's doing something over and over, create an incident about it and talk about it. Reprimands. The punishment should fit the crime. Discuss the violation's seriousness and appropriate action within the village assembly session created for that specific incident. These are all temporary rules that expire after a set time. We have demotions. Demotions are very powerful. It is my preferred method of disciplinary action. When you're demoted, you can still interact normally with the village. You just don't earn rank. That's it. You can still get in the Discord. You can still be in voice channels, use text chat. You can still play with everybody in the village. You just won't gain rank. If you keep getting demoted for the same reason, you will be banished. And here are the instructions about creating a village assembly session. In the village assembly, Forum section, this section, create a new post. It's the blue button. Give it the appropriate tag. The title should be formatted as such. And in the body, you want to give as much details about the people involved and what happened. Be as articulate as possible without being absurd and going overboard. If it requires a vote, a council member will have to create a vote. And here are specific instructions for creating the vote. Council members only create polls, aka votes, if that's what the village assembly session calls for. Once you have achieved the level of council, you have access to your own channel and your own set of rules that apply to you. Council members only use council chat and voice for business. We do not want council to become a clique. With the automated rank assignments, be aware that villagers' level of access will come and go. The village you talked about in council chat last week could be the council themselves this week, thereby seeing past conversations. Use of public channels, village chat, and Rust voice is preferred. It encourages interaction among new villagers. And these rules is what I call council prerogative. Council members remind others of rules as needed. Council members have verbal meetings, and decisions may occur among council as a result of these meetings. All council members have to be in attendance for a decision to be valid in one of these meetings. This is big. Council has a lot of power to do things. But as I said, every council member has to be in attendance and participate in this meeting. Council have a lot of power if they work together and are cohesive and they're active. If all the people who are council are actually active, this can be a powerful tool. Council could literally run the village with this power. Everybody's got to participate in the vote. All right? Council members create village assembly votes and notes. Council members demote and summon villagers according to village assembly session requirements and results. Council members plan for the next wipe. Council is responsible for the starter base. Council is responsible for maintaining buffer around the starter base. Now, if you're a villager and you're still a Newman, but you've been with us for more than one wipe, 2 or 3 wipes, a council member will know that, and they will use their discretion to be like, we know you. You can build closer. You don't have to build out there now. And here are council instructions for using the Discord bot commands. Do not use these commands other than instructed. These are very powerful commands for any individual to have in any Discord server. They can be very destructive in the wrong hands. Individuals prone to reacting emotionally do not make good council members, as they are unpredictable. Please do not use these commands if you are in a rush. Do not use these commands other than instructed. Only use exactly as instructed. If you're getting an error, it most likely has to do with the reason. In that case, you just make it a single word reason. If you can't get it to work at all, do not experiment. Just leave it and get with me.